Top of the morning to you ladies, my name is Connor Joe and welcome back to a new playlist on the channel, which is going to be reading stories on the channel. So the playlist is going to be literally called Reading Stories, and today we're going to start with 13 Story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. Denton, I'm sorry. And it says here on the back of the book, Andy and Terry's 13 Story Treehouse is the most amazing treehouse in the world. It's got a bowling alley, a see-through swimming pool, a tank full of man-eating sharks, a giant catapult, a secret underground laboratory, and a marshmallow machine that follows you around and shoots marshmallows into your mouth whenever you're hungry. Well, what are you waiting for? Come on up. Now, I have got the whole series. I don't have it with me here. I've got the first four here. The rest are at Dad's. I've got the Percy Jackson series, which I will read after this, most likely, but I believe I'll probably just end up reading something like, where can I get to? Contents. I'll just go to read like until the end of chapter 5 in this episode. Now just let me find the bookmark. So we have Bad Guys episode 12 bookmark. I got this from Collins along with the Percy Jackson books. But here we go. So, the 13 Story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. There will be a link in the description below where you can go pick up the whole series as well. The 13 Story Treehouse, Chapter 1. Hi, my name is Andy. Actually, take the hat off. Hi, my name is Andy. And this is my friend Terry. We live in a tree. Well, when I say tree, I mean treehouse. And when I say treehouse, I don't just mean any old treehouse. I mean a 13-story treehouse. So what are you waiting for? Come on up. Now that's, I don't know if you can see that well, but that black and white drawing of the treehouse. Now, if you happen to have these books or get the book yourselves afterwards, you can read along with me, or you can just watch and listen to the story. It's got a bowling alley, a see-through swimming pool. Now, it's got little talking bubbles here. I'm not going to say them. I'm just going to read the main story. A tank full of man-eating sharks, vines you can swing on, a games room, a secret underground laboratory, a lemonade fountain, a vegetable vaporizer, and a marshmallow machine that follows you around automatically shoots marshmallows into your mouth whenever you are hungry. As well as being our home, the treehouse is also where we write books together. I write the words and Terry draws the pictures. As you can see, we've been doing this for quite a while now. That's the end of chapter 1. Because these are so small, such small chapters, I'll just read to about the end of chapter 5. Chapter 2, The Flying Cat. If you're like most of our readers, you're probably wondering where we get all the ideas for our books from. Well, sometimes we just think them up, and other times they're based on stuff that actually happens, like this book. For instance. This book is not based on a true story, okay? It's a fake treehouse, unless there is actually such thing as a treehouse. I'm not sure, you may have to look that up. Alright, anyway, it started all one morning when I got up and went down to get some breakfast. Terry was already in the kitchen. He was painting a cat. And when I say painting a cat, I don't mean he was painting a picture of a cat. He was painting an actual cat. Bright yellow. This might be a stupid question, Terry, I said. But why are you painting that cat bright yellow? Because I'm turning it into a canary, he said. I started to explain to Terry that you can't turn cats into canaries just by painting them yellow. But he said, yes you can, watch this. And he carried the dripping cat to the edge of the deck. No, I yelled, as Terry held the cat out in midair and let go. But I needed to have worried. The cat didn't fall. 2 little wings popped out of its back, and then it tweeted and flew away. See, says Terry, turning to me in triumph. I told you so. And that's sort of a little map of where the bird flies. You can see dotted lines of his treehouse and the cat's up here. Chapter 3, The Missing Cat. We watched the canary. Actually, I think I mean catnary, until it flew out of sight. Then the doorbell rang. It was Jill, our neighbour. She lives on the other side of the forest in a house full of animals. She's got 2 dogs, a goat, 3 horses, 4 goldfish, 1 cow, 6 rabbits, 2 guinea pigs, 1 camel, 1 donkey, and 1 cat. Talk about having a zoo. Jesus. Oh no, said Terry. She's probably looking for a cat. Don't tell me that was Silky you just turned into a canary, I said. Okay, I won't, said Terry. But it was. This is bad. Jill loved that cat. She loved all of her animals, but she especially loved Silky. Oh no, I said. She's going to be really mad when she finds out what you've done. Maybe we shouldn't tell her. Good idea, I said. Let's pretend like we're not home. We did our best to lay home, but that's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to hide in this treehouse. I mean, it's no use hiding, called Jill. I can hear you and I can see you as well. Silky's gone missing, and I was wondering if you'd seen her. No, I said quickly. She's not here. Now, before you start thinking I'm the kind of person who would tell a lie, I'd just like to point out, although the first part of my sentence, no, was technically a lie, the second part, she was not here, was definitely the truth, which I'm sure we all agree cancels out the lie. Oh, says Jill sadly. Well, anyway, I've made up a missing cat poster. Can I put one on the back on your tree? Sure, I said. It's the least we can do, which is also definitely 100% the truth. That's in bracket. You got the missing cat poster right there. As soon as Jill left, I turned to Terry. We've got to find that cat, I said. You mean canary, says Terry. Whatever, I say. We've got to find her, but before we can even begin looking, the video phone rang. Yes, we've got one of those as well, and it's 3D. Maybe that's Silky now, I said. Don't be stupid, I say. Cats can't use phones. Maybe they can, said Terry. You said they can't turn into canaries, and you were wrong about that. If cats could make phone calls. 4 fish pizzas, please, as it says there. It's the only one I'm probably going to read. The Big Red Nose, Chapter 4. We raced back upstairs. A big red nose filled the video screen. Oh no, it was Mr. Big Nose, our publisher, and he was angry. I could tell because his nose was even bigger and redder than usual. Where's my book? He yelled. What book? Says Terry. The one you cluckleheads promised me a year ago would be on my desk last Friday. Yeah, I'm going to try and do voice impressions, practice them as well as reading. Oh, said Terry. Is it last Friday already? It's past last Friday already, shouted Mr. Big Nose. Way past, and your book is still not on my desk. The truth is, we'd kind of forgotten about the book. We're a little behind schedule. Well, when I say a little behind schedule, I mean a lot behind schedule. And when I say a lot behind schedule, I mean a lot behind schedule. Not that I was going to let Mr. Big Nose know that. He was already pretty angrier, and was angry, and the angrier he gets, the bigger his nose gets. And if his nose got any bigger, I was worried that it might explode, and that's something and that was not something I wanted to see, especially not in 3D. No problem, Mr. Big Nose, I lied. It's all under control. Well, we'll get started. Get it to you as soon as we can. Well, as soon as you can, better be by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, or else. Don't worry, Mr. Big Nose, I said. It'll be there, all right? You can count on us. But, said Terry. I quickly ended the call before Terry could say anything that would make Mr. Big Nose any angrier than he already was. You shouldn't have told him that, said Terry. I'm way too busy to get it done by tomorrow. Look at my to-do list. I'm flat out. I'm like, alright, so I'll show you the picture. That's his to-do list, although it's upside down. And don't even get me started on my to-don't list. That's the to-don't list. Your to-dos and to-don'ts will have to wait, I said. If we don't get this book finished, it'll be back to the monkey house for us. The monkey house, said Terry, looking terrified. Not the monkey house. Anything but the monkey house. For those who don't know, the monkey house is where Terry and I used to work. It was the worst job ever. Cleaning the monkey house was bad enough. Grooming the monkeys was even worse. But the worst job of all was having to fill in for the monkeys while they were on break. I'm not going back to the monkey house, says Terry. And that's final. And you won't have to, I said. Not if we get our book finished. Come on, let's get started. We've only got till tomorrow. Chapter 5. This is the last chapter I'm reading in today's video. The drawing competition. We went to the kitchen table. It's where we do most of our work. Or rather, in the case of the past year, where we didn't do most of our work. But they could soon be fixed. I figured Terry would have a few funny sketches in his drawing folder to get us started. Simply a matter of grabbing the best ones and adding a few words, and hey pesto, we've got our new book. No sweat, no worry. We're professional book writers after all. I mean, you saw our pile of books on page 18. Okay, I said. Let's see what you got. Terry opened his drawing folder and laid it flat on the table. You're gonna love this, he said. In front of me was a picture of a finger. This is just a picture of a finger, I said. Yes, says Terry proudly, but not just any finger. It's my finger. I said. What else have you got? I've got a close-up picture of my finger, says Terry, and it's labelled. I stared at it. Well, says Terry, with a big grin on his face. What do you think? Lice picks? Get it? Not ice picks? A lice picks? Yeah, I get it, I said. I turned the pages looking for more pictures, but all I saw was this. Blank, and this, and this. Is that it? I said. 2 pictures? You've had a whole year and you've only come up with 2 pictures? Honestly, Terry, don't expect me to do all the work, the pictures and the writing as well. Of course not, says Terry. You can't draw. Yes, I can. Drawing is easy. It's coming up with the words that takes real skill. If you think drawing is so easy, then let's have a drawing competition, said Terry, handing me a pencil. No problem, I say. First, we drew a knife. That's not a knife, says Terry. Damn, I don't have a knife. Now that's a knife. See if you can figure out what that's from. Next, we drew a worm. That's not a worm, says Terry. This is a worm. Next, we drew a banana. That's no banana, said Terry. This is a banana. No, I said. That's not a banana. This is banana. I picked up the giant banana Terry had made the day before and charged at him. Put the giant banana down, Andy, says Terry, backing away. I'll put it down, I said, when you admit that I'm a better drawer than you. But you're not. Okay, I said. Then I'm sorry to inform you that if I'm going to have to whack you over the head with this giant banana. Not if I can whack you first, says Terry, snatching the banana from my hands and whacking me over the head with it. That's when everything went black. The next thing I know, I was soaking wet and Terry was kneeling in front of me holding an empty bucket. I'm so glad you're all right, I said. He said, I thought I killed you. So did I said. I can't believe you whacked me over the head with a giant banana. But you were going to whack me with it. 2 wrongs don't make a right, Andy. That's Terry, I reminded him. I suppose not, he said, and I'm sorry. But look on the bright side. At least I saved your life by throwing a bucket of water in your face. But now I'm all wet. But at least it's better than being dead. I'll tell you one thing, I said. We'll both be dead if we don't stop wasting time and get our book finished. I mean, our book started. Do you have anything in your writing folder? Actually, I do have the start of a story, I said, and it's a pretty good one. That too. That's great, says Terry. Let's see it. I grabbed my writing book and began turning the pages. Once upon a time. Great start, said Terry. The action-packed. But what happens next? I'm not sure, I said. That's as far as I got. That's it? 4 words? 4 pages, I said. Yes, but still only 4 words, said Terry. And one of them isn't even spelled correctly. I'm pretty sure it's upon, not upon. Well, excuse me, Mr. Raldale, I said. If you know so much about writing, why don't you write it? Because it's time for my favourite TV show, says Terry. What about our book? I said. Well, why don't you write while I watch? Because I can't write when the TV is on. I can't concentrate. Then why don't you come and watch it with me? Says Terry, patting the bead bag beside him. And that's why instead of working on our book, we ended up wasting half an hour on the world's most dumbest dog of the world. Watching the world's dumbest dog on the world's dumbest TV show. But if you don't take my word for it, see for yourself. Now, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode of Reading Stories on the channel. There'll be a link to this book down below, and there'll be a link to my farming sim playlist and my movie stuff playlist, and there'll be a couple of things on the end screen as well. There'll probably be an icon come up sometime in the video up here in the top right hand corner. It'll take you somewhere. I'll choose something to put there. But yeah, so that's all I got time for today, folks, and I shall see all of you dudes in the next video.